Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to be looking at a bunch of articles about personal growth.
Yeah.
We've got stuff about ADHD and motivation and even minimalism and financial advice.
Yeah, there's even a little bit of, philosophy sprinkled in there.
Right. It's a real mix.
Yeah.
But they all kind of have this common thread, which is that they offer tools and strategies for self-improvement
Right.
and for achieving goals.
Absolutely.
So are you ready to unlock your potential?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's jump right in.
Okay.
This first article, 11 fascinating differences in how a person with ADHD thinks,
Yeah.
really caught my eye.
Interesting.
Even if you don't have ADHD, I think understanding these different thinking patterns can be really valuable.
I think so too.
Like it can promote empathy,
yeah.
help you communicate better with people who think differently than you.
Absolutely.
For example, the article talks about hyperfocus,
Uh-huh.
where people with ADHD can just become completely absorbed in a task,
Right.
almost blocking out everything else.
It can be a real superpower.
Right,
I mean, it's a double-edged sword, of course.
right.
But yeah, that intense focus can be a huge asset.
If you can harness it.
Yeah, if you can harness it effectively.
Right.
But it can also make it hard to, manage your time and your priorities.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then there's time blindness,
Oh, yeah.
which I think a lot of us can relate to even without ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
That feeling that time is just slipping away,
Totally.
making it hard to plan and stay on schedule.
For sure.
It really highlights the importance of developing strategies for managing your time
Yeah.
and attention,
Right.
regardless of whether you have ADHD or not.
For sure.
Tools like, time blocking or to-do lists,
Mm-hmm.
even mindfulness techniques
Yeah.
can be incredibly helpful.
Absolutely.
Another difference that stood out to me was emotional sensitivity.
Okay.
The article explains that people with ADHD
Yeah.
often experience emotions like way more intensely.
Interesting.
It's like a gift and a challenge.
Right.
Like it can fuel empathy,
Yeah.
creativity,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but it can also lead to feeling overwhelmed
Yeah.
or misunderstood.
For sure.
So learning to manage and channel those intense emotions is key.
I think that's true for everyone,
Yeah.
not just people with ADHD.
Yeah, totally.
It's important to be able to manage your emotions.
Right.
And not let them control you.
For sure. I mean, it seems like understanding these differences isn't just about accommodating ADHD,
Right.
but also about recognizing the value of neurodiversity in general.
Totally.
Like appreciating that different brains work in different ways.
Right, yeah.
And that those differences can be strengths,
Mm.
not just weaknesses.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit.
All right.
This article, 20 science-based hacks for motivation.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff in there.
This article is packed with practical tips
Mhm.
that anyone can use.
Right.
One that I found super intriguing was temptation bundling.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah. So temptation bundling is basically
Yeah.
you're using your brain's reward system to your advantage.
Okay.
It's the idea of pairing something you enjoy
Yeah.
with a task that you've been avoiding.
Oh.
So, for example, only letting yourself listen to your favorite podcast
Right.
while you exercise.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. It's a great way to trick your brain
Yeah.
into looking forward to the task.
Instead of dreading it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great example of using behavioral science to hack our motivation.
Totally.
And it highlights the fact that motivation isn't always about willpower.
Right.
It's about understanding how our brains work
Yeah,
and working with them, not against them.
absolutely.
Another surprising hack from the article
Yeah.
was the idea of setting smaller, more achievable goals.
Yeah.
Seems counterintuitive, right?
Yeah.
But apparently those quick wins
Uh-huh.
can trigger a dopamine rush
Right.
that keeps us motivated.
It's all about creating those positive feedback loops.
Right.
When we experience success, even on a small scale,
Yeah.
it reinforces that behavior
Mhm.
and makes us more likely to continue.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
It's like building momentum. Small wins lead to bigger wins.
exactly. And you can apply that to any area of life.
Right.
From personal goals to professional projects.
Yeah.
Break down large, daunting tasks into smaller, more manageable steps.
Right.
And celebrate each milestone along the way.
Okay, so let's move on to beginner minimalist. 10 tiny steps to simplify your life.
Okay.
This article really resonated with me.
Interesting.
It's not just about decluttering your physical space.
Right.
It's about simplifying your life as a whole.
Yeah, minimalism is all about focusing on what truly matters.
Yeah.
Letting go of the excess that weighs us down,
Right.
both physically and mentally.
Yeah.
It's about creating space for the things that bring us joy,
I love that.
meaning and purpose.
It's not about deprivation.
Mm.
It's about intentionality,
Yeah,
choosing what we allow into our lives and letting go of what no longer serves us.
absolutely. It's about curating a life that reflects our values,
Yeah,
priorities.
for sure. And it's a journey,
Totally.
not a destination.
Yeah, it's about continuously evaluating what we need,
Right.
what we want,
Yeah.
what we can let go of.
The article suggests starting small,
Okay.
like decluttering one drawer
Yeah.
or unsubscribing from emails that you don't actually read.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a really approachable way to begin.
Absolutely start with small, manageable changes
Yeah.
and build from there.
Right.
Make it a habit, a way of life.
And that seems to tie in nicely with financial well-being,
Okay.
which is explored in articles like 5 Ways to Financially Support Your Next Big Idea
Uh-huh.
and Is It Time for a Debt Advisor?
Yeah, those are great articles.
Financial freedom is often a major goal in personal growth.
For sure.
And these articles offer valuable advice on managing money wisely.
Mm-hmm.
It's about finding that balance
Right.
between mindful spending and pursuing your dreams.
Whoa.
One article suggests exploring things like crowdfunding,
Oh, okay.
grants,
Yeah.
even angel investors
Right.
to support ambitious projects.
Interesting.
It's a good reminder that there are more options available
Yeah.
than we might realize.
Right.
And on the flip side,
Yeah.
if debt is holding you back,
Mm-hmm.
the article on debt advisors emphasizes that seeking professional guidance can be a game changer.
Totally. It's about taking control of your finances,
Right.
creating a solid foundation for future success.
Yeah, it seems like the underlying message here
Yeah.
is that we don't have to do it all alone.
Right.
Whether it's seeking financial advice
Mm-hmm.
or finding a supportive community,
Yeah.
there are resources available to help us on our journey.
Absolutely. Personal growth is not a solo endeavor.
Right.
It's about building connections,
Yeah,
seeking support, and learning from others who have walked the path before us.
for sure. Okay, speaking of support, let's talk about the power of positive affirmations.
Okay.
This article, 9 Positive Affirmations to Make You Feel Like You Are Enough,
Yeah.
explores how the words we tell ourselves can actually shape our reality.
It's powerful stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Positive affirmations are more than just feel-good phrases.
Right.
They're tools for rewiring our thinking patterns
Yeah.
and cultivating a more positive self-image.
Absolutely.
The science behind it is really fascinating.
Okay.
By repeating positive statements, we're essentially retraining our brains to focus on the good
Right.
and challenge negative self-talk.
Totally. It's like creating new neural pathways,
Yeah.
replacing those old limiting beliefs with
Right.
new empowering ones.
One affirmation that really resonated with me was, I am worthy of love and happiness.
Oh, that's a good one.
So simple, but so powerful
Yeah.
when you really let it sink in.
It's interesting that affirmations are often most effective
Yeah.
when they're paired with actions.
Okay.
It's not just about repeating the phrases.
Right.
It's about taking steps to align your behavior. Yeah.
With those positive beliefs.
So it's about embodying the qualities we desire,
Exactly.
even if we don't fully believe them yet.
Right. It's about creating a self-fulfilling prophecy
Yeah.
by acting in accordance with our desired outcomes.
That leads us perfectly to this next article. What I learned about setting priorities and finding balance as an ICU nurse.
Oh, wow.
This piece offers a really unique perspective
Okay.
on finding balance in even the most demanding environments.
Interesting.
What struck me about this article
Yeah.
was the idea that balance isn't about achieving some perfect state of equilibrium,
Right.
but rather it's about constantly adapting and making choices
Yeah.
that align with our values.
It's a dynamic process,
Right.
not a static state.
Especially in a high-pressure environment like an ICU,
Right.
where every decision can have life or death consequences.
Uh-huh.
It's crucial to be able to focus on what's truly important.
Absolutely.
The article emphasizes the importance of self-care, setting boundaries.
Learning to delegate tasks effectively.
It's a good reminder that we can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
Taking care of ourselves is essential for
Yeah.
showing up fully in all areas of our lives.
It seems like a valuable lesson for anyone,
Yeah,
regardless of their profession.
totally.
We all need to find ways to manage stress,
Mm-hmm.
prioritize our well-being,
Right.
create a sustainable rhythm for our lives.
Absolutely.
And finally, let's talk about manifesting your best life.
Okay.
The article, the C.R.Y.S.T.A.L. Formula, 7 Keys to Manifesting Your Best Life, suggests that we can actively shape our reality by aligning our thoughts and actions with our desired outcomes.
Interesting.
Manifesting has become a bit of a buzzword lately.
Yeah.
But at its core, it's about taking ownership of our lives
Right.
and believing in our power to create the future we want.
Absolutely.
The C.R.Y.S.T.A.L formula outlines 7 key steps:
Okay.
clarity, release, yearning, strategize, trust, act, and let go. It seems like a very holistic approach
Yeah.
that encompasses mindset, planning, action, and surrender.
Absolutely.
What's important to remember is that manifesting isn't about wishful thinking
Right.
or passively waiting for things to happen,
Yeah, you have to take action.
right? It's about taking inspired action, making conscious choices that align with our vision.
Exactly. It's about aligning our thoughts,
Yeah.
emotions, and actions with our desired outcomes
Yeah.
and trusting that the universe will support us along the way.
And it's about recognizing that the journey is just as important as the destination,
For sure.
and that the challenges and setbacks we encounter along the way can be valuable learning experiences.
Absolutely. Manifesting is a lifelong practice
Right.
of growth, expansion, and aligning with our highest potential.
It's about embracing the journey, trusting the process,
Mm.
and believing in the power of our own intentions.
Mm.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Before the break, we were talking about manifesting and balance and all these different paths to personal growth.
It's amazing how all these different articles kind of converge on this idea of taking ownership of our lives
Right.
and consciously shaping our reality.
Like we're being given this blueprint for building a better, more fulfilling life.
Totally.
But it's not just about following a set of instructions.
Right.
It's about understanding the principles behind them
Yeah,
and applying them in a way that works for us individually.
exactly. It's about becoming the architects of our own lives,
I love that.
not just the inhabitants.
It's about making conscious choices, designing our environment, and building a life that supports our growth and well-being.
And recognizing that we have more control
Yeah.
than we often realize.
Speaking of control, let's talk about focus.
Okay.
This article, Life of Focus, is now open for a new session. Highlights the importance of developing deep focus in an increasingly distracted world.
Focus is like a superpower these days. It's the key to doing deep work,
Yeah.
making meaningful progress, creating a life of intention.
The article emphasizes creating a distraction-free environment,
Yeah.
setting clear goals, developing a routine that supports our focus.
Absolutely. And it talks about mindfulness and meditation
Oh, yeah.
as ways to train our attention
Right.
and quiet the mental chatter that can derail us.
It seems like focus isn't just about blocking out distractions.
Right.
It's about cultivating a state of mind
Yeah.
that allows us to be fully present and engaged in the task at hand.
Exactly. It's about being intentional with our attention,
Right.
choosing what we focus on,
Yeah.
and directing our energy towards what truly matters.
And that brings us back to aligning our actions with our values and goals,
Totally.
which seems to be a recurring theme
Yeah.
in these articles.
Absolutely. It's about living a life of congruence,
Right.
where our actions reflect our beliefs
Yep.
and aspirations.
Okay, let's circle back to that article on health habits for millionaires.
Okay.
It suggests that wealth and success are often linked to prioritizing our physical and mental well-being.
It's a good reminder that our health is our greatest asset
Yeah.
and that investing in our well-being is essential for achieving our full potential.
In all areas of life.
Yeah.
The article talks about the 80-20 approach to health,
Mm-hmm.
focusing on the key habits that have the biggest impact.
Okay.
Things like getting enough sleep,
Right.
eating a nutritious diet,
Mm-hmm.
exercising regularly,
Yeah.
managing stress effectively.
It's not about biohacking or anything crazy,
Hard.
just simple, sustainable practices
Yeah.
that support our well-being.
It's not just about living longer.
Right.
It's about living better,
Totally.
with more energy, vitality, resilience.
And that vitality translates into greater productivity and creativity and
Right.
overall success.
Which ties in with manifesting our best lives.
Absolutely.
When we feel good physically and mentally,
Yeah.
we're more likely to attract positive experiences and opportunities.
It's about aligning our inner and outer worlds,
Right.
creating a harmonious flow
Yeah.
that supports our growth and fulfillment.
Okay, let's dive into this article, The Transformative Power of Online Voice Lessons.
Oh, interesting.
This article explores the idea that finding our voice,
Yeah.
both literally and metaphorically,
Okay.
is essential for personal growth and self-expression.
I like that.
So online voice lessons provide a convenient and accessible way to develop our vocal skills.
Mm-hmm.
But they also offer this deeper lesson
Uh-huh.
about confidence, authenticity,
Right.
finding our unique voice in the world.
The article highlights how voice training can help us overcome stage fright,
Yeah.
improve communication skills, express ourselves more authentically.
It emphasizes that finding our voice isn't just about singing or public speaking.
Right.
It's about expressing our truth,
Yeah.
sharing our stories, making our unique contribution to the world.
It's about recognizing that we all have something valuable to offer.
Right.
And that our voices deserve to be heard.
And by embracing our voices, we can inspire others,
Totally.
create positive change,
Yeah.
live a more fulfilling life.
It's about finding the courage to speak up,
Right.
share our gifts, and make our mark on the world.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about decision-making.
Right.
This article, Reason Over Emotion and Logic, a lesson from Virginia Woolf's Underestimation.
Interesting.
It explores the tension between reason and emotion
Okay.
in our decision-making processes. And it uses Virginia Woolf's experience with underestimating her own work
Right.
as a case study for how emotions can sometimes cloud our judgment.
That makes sense.
So the article suggests that finding a balance between reason and emotion is key
Yeah.
to making sound decisions.
It's about acknowledging our feelings,
Yeah.
but not letting them completely dictate our choices.
It's about using logic and critical thinking to evaluate our options, while also listening to our intuition and gut instincts.
And being willing to challenge our assumptions and biases.
Right.
Recognizing that our emotions can sometimes lead us astray.
And that by cultivating a more balanced approach to decision-making,
Yeah.
we can make choices that are aligned with our values and long-term goals.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let's explore willpower.
Okay.
The article, Part 2, Decision Automation 5, Things I Do to Increase Willpower and Make Smart Choices, offers some really practical strategies
All right.
for conserving our mental energy
Okay.
and making better decisions.
The key takeaway here is that willpower is a finite resource.
Okay,
It can be depleted throughout the day.
interesting.
So by automating routine decisions,
Yeah.
we can free up mental bandwidth for more important choices.
The article suggests creating personal policies for common situations, simplifying daily habits,
Right.
minimizing unnecessary choices.
It's about creating systems and routines that support our goals and values. So we don't have to constantly rely on willpower
Yeah.
to make good decisions.
For example, if you're trying to eat healthier,
Yeah.
you might create a policy of only keeping healthy snacks in the house.
Right. So you're not tempted by unhealthy options.
Yeah.
Or if you're trying to save money,
Yeah.
you might automate your savings contributions.
So you don't have to think about it each month.
Exactly.
These strategies can help us make better choices on autopilot,
Total.
freeing up mental energy for more important decisions and challenges.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Right.
Leveraging our cognitive resources effectively.
Now let's dive into an article that offers a profound message about self-worth.
Okay.
One good wake-up call for all those days when you don't feel good enough.
That's a powerful title.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder that we are all worthy of love and belonging, regardless of our accomplishments
Yeah.
or perceived flaws.
It challenges that negative self-talk that
Right.
can hold us back.
The article emphasizes self-compassion, forgiving ourselves for past mistakes,
Yeah.
focusing on our strengths and accomplishments.
It's about recognizing that we're all works in progress
Yeah.
and that perfection is an unattainable and ultimately unhelpful goal.
So the article encourages us to embrace our imperfections, celebrate our unique qualities,
Right.
recognize that we are enough just as we are.
I love that message.
Yeah, me too. It's a reminder to be kind to ourselves,
Yeah.
practice self-acceptance, and believe in our inherent worthiness.
And by embracing our imperfections and cultivating self-love,
Yeah.
we can unlock our true potential.
Right.
Live a more authentic and fulfilling life.
Okay, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about building a successful brand.
Okay.
3C analysis, customer. How to make your brand something customers want.
Interesting.
This article emphasizes understanding our target audience and creating a brand that resonates with their needs and desires.
So using the 3C analysis framework, which focuses on the customer,
Yeah.
the company, and the competition.
By understanding our customers' goals, challenges, and aspirations,
Right.
we can create products and services that truly meet their needs.
Yeah.
Build a brand that they love.
The article also talks about differentiating our brand from the competition,
Right.
communicating our unique value proposition
Yeah.
clearly and effectively.
So standing out
Totally.
in a crowded marketplace.
Yeah.
Creating a brand that is memorable,
Yeah.
meaningful,
Mm-hmm.
resonates with our target audience.
And building a strong brand identity
Yeah.
that reflects our values and resonates with our customers' aspirations.
A strong brand can be a powerful asset,
For sure.
attracting loyal customers, driving growth, and creating a lasting impact.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's explore smart home technology.
All right.
Smart Home Productivity Tips offers advice on using technology to optimize our daily routines,
Okay.
enhance our well-being.
Smart home technology can automate tasks, streamline processes, create a more efficient and enjoyable living environment.
The article suggests using voice assistants,
Okay.
set reminders, create shopping lists, control smart devices.
It also talks about smart lighting
Yeah.
for creating a more conducive work environment, improving sleep quality.
And smart thermostats,
Yeah.
optimize energy consumption, create a more comfortable living space.
Smart home technology can be a powerful tool for enhancing productivity, reducing stress, creating a more harmonious and fulfilling life.
Let's talk about something that's often overlooked in personal growth discussions.
No.
Play.
Play.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There are 8 play personalities. Here's which one you have.
Okay.
Explores the importance of incorporating play into our lives.
Even as adults.
Even as adults.
Okay.
Play is essential for creativity, problem solving, stress relief, and overall well-being.
It allows us to tap into our inner child.
Yeah.
Explore new possibilities, and connect with others in a meaningful way.
The article identifies 8 different play personalities,
Okay.
each with its own unique approach to play.
Interesting.
It encourages us to identify our own play personality and find ways to incorporate play into our daily lives.
Whether it's through games, hobbies, creative pursuits, or simply spending time in nature.
Play is not a luxury.
Right.
It's a necessity for a balanced and fulfilling life.
By embracing play, we can reignite our passion, boost our creativity, find greater joy and meaning in our lives.
It's about remembering to approach life with a sense of curiosity, wonder, and playfulness.
And that playfulness can be a powerful antidote to stress burnout, the monotony of everyday life.
Speaking of finding joy, let's talk about funny work quotes.
Oh, I love those.
We found an article with 105 of them.
Wow.
And some of them are pure gold.
I bet.
Laughter is such a powerful tool for stress relief and building camaraderie.
Absolutely. A well-placed funny quote can lighten the mood, boost morale.
Even on the toughest days.
For sure.
One that really cracked me up was, I love deadlines. I like the whooshing sound they make as they fly by.
That's a good one.
And there's this classic, hard work never killed anybody, but why take a chance?
That's hilarious.
These quotes remind us not to take ourselves too seriously.
Right.
And to find joy in the everyday moments.
Even at work.
Yeah, even at work.
For sure.
Speaking of work, we've got a few articles here that offer some great advice for small business owners.
Okay.
Your business deserves better highlights the importance of having a solid financial foundation and seeking expert guidance when needed.
The article emphasizes that entrepreneurs shouldn't be afraid to delegate tasks and build a strong team to support their vision.
And investing in systems and processes can streamline operations, free up time and energy.
To focus on what they do best.
Exactly. Okay, another article. Business Management Made Less Stressful. 10 Tips for SMEs. Offers practical advice on managing time, prioritizing tasks, setting realistic expectations.
One tip that stood out to me was the importance of taking breaks.
Oh, yeah.
And prioritizing self-care.
It's easy to get caught up in the hustle.
Right.
But neglecting our well-being can lead to burnout.
Yeah.
And ultimately hinder our success.
It's like that saying, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
We need to replenish our energy.
Absolutely.
And to take care of ourselves, to show up fully.
For our businesses.
Yeah, for our businesses and our lives.
And sometimes that means setting boundaries. Learning to say no.
Yeah.
Delegating tasks effectively.
It's about recognizing that we don't have to do it all ourselves.
Right.
And that seeking support and guidance can be a sign of strength, not weakness.
Absolutely. And speaking of sport, that article on debt advisors emphasizes that seeking professional help with finances can be a game changer.
Totally. Especially for those feeling overwhelmed by debt.
It's about taking control of our financial situation, creating a solid foundation for future success.
And sometimes that means having difficult conversations, facing our fears and making tough choices.
But the payoff in terms of peace of mind and financial freedom can be truly life-changing.
Absolutely.
It's about taking those first steps, no matter how small,
Yeah.
and building momentum from there.
It's about believing in our ability to create a better future.
Right.
And taking action to make it happen.
That's a powerful message.
Yeah.
It's about empowering ourselves to take control of our lives, make choices that align with our values,
Right.
and build a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing that we are not passive bystanders in our own lives.
Right.
We are active creators.
We have the power to shape our reality, overcome challenges, create a life that we're proud of.
And that power lies within each and every one of us.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been exploring this multifaceted world of personal growth, and it's amazing how interconnected all these concepts are. Yeah, it really is. From understanding the nuances of the ADHD mind to embracing the power of play.
Right.
From building a successful brand to finding our unique voice.
It's all part of this larger tapestry of self-discovery and self-actualization.
I'm really struck by how these articles challenge us to step outside of our comfort zones, to question our assumptions, and embrace a growth mindset.
That's the heart of personal growth, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about pushing beyond our perceived limitations, expanding our horizons, becoming the best versions of ourselves.
It's about recognizing that we are capable of more than we often believe.
Totally.
And that this journey of self-discovery is a lifelong adventure.
And it's an adventure that's uniquely tailored to each individual.
Right.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
The key is to find what resonates with us, what sparks our passion, what aligns with our values.
It's about becoming the authors of our own stories.
Yeah.
Writing a narrative that is both meaningful and fulfilling.
And it's about recognizing that we have the power to choose our response to life's challenges.
To find opportunities for growth.
Yeah.
Even in the midst of adversity.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into personal growth, I'm curious, what's resonating most strongly with you? What sparked a new thought, a question, a desire to explore further?
We've linked to all the articles we've discussed in the show notes.
Right. And as you reflect on these concepts, consider this. What's one small, almost effortless step you can take today to align yourself with your bigger goals?
Maybe it's setting aside a few minutes for mindfulness practice, maybe clearing a small space, or simply expressing gratitude for something in your life.
It's often those seemingly insignificant actions repeated consistently that create the momentum for real lasting change.
Personal growth is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Be kind to yourself. Embrace the process and celebrate every step you take towards a more fulfilling and authentic life.
That's a great way to put it.
And that's a wrap on the Deep Dive. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into fascinating topics.
Thanks for listening.